that was a fail. That was a fail. All right.
Well, that was our tour disaster.
We think we're funny. That's a disaster.
Tour disasters. We've blown out many tires on our RV across the country of America.
America. Which is always absolutely terrifying. Oh, yeah. That's
long ass hair,
awesome.
I got mugged in Covington, Kentucky, trying to get sweatshirts out of our trailer.
When he says mugged, though, he literally means he had two guys walk into the back of our trailer and put him on the ground with two pistols to the back of his head. That's pretty disastrous, I'd say.
But I did some detective work. I tracked him down. I got the number and all that. Made his grandmama cry, so...
Nizzy, we coming for you.
Yeah,
right.
Nizzy, I'm still looking for you, and I will be back.
Want that video camera back?
Yeah, man. No telling what's on that camera. Probably a lot of stuff we don't want to see the light of day. Yeah.
God, that's awful.
What a disaster.
Hey, I'm coming for my pager phone, Nizzy.
I mean, anytime I have too much to drink, it's usually bound to be a disaster, so there's another one.
I think everybody's fallen on stage at some point. Like, I jumped off a drum riser and almost went face first into a box fan and had to, like, play on my knees for half of a song.
Actually, he was standing and walking off a catwalk and
I
walked
forgot
off
about that.
the catwalk.
While I was doing the ego walk, too.
He
I
was
was
like throwing pigs out.
Throwing a pick. Bye, everybody. Whoosh.
Took a step backwards.
Trap door.
There was nothing there.
Remember that one time, somewhere in Texas, you were getting on stage, you were holding your bass, and a glass full of, like, I don't know what it was, but he, like, does, like, he steps up, and he does, like, a roll, and he manages to not spill a drop of his drink.
His bass
hit the ground, and was like...
I was going to lay on the ground for a second and laugh.
His drink was fine, that
was the important part.
Actually, so that doesn't count as a disaster. His drink was alright.
This is true.
Well,
Fuck the
pretty out of tune.
If you get all five of us together in the same room.
Or bathroom.
Or bathtub.
Yeah.
Our trailer fell off of our bus in Spain once on the highway.
Yep,
and
started rolling backwards.
But we didn't know it. There was this crazy sound, and we were like, oh, it sounds like the trailer's going to fall off. But obviously we didn't move or make any alarming sounds. And then it stopped, so we figured everything was okay. Then about 5 minutes later, we pulled over on the side of the road, and our bus driver's like, I don't know where the trailer is. It's not on the bus anymore. So our tour manager, Josh, ran all the way down the highway and found it. And it was fine. So it wasn't really much of a disaster, just more of a hiccup. But,
Luckily, no disasters yet.
Yeah.
Our biggest tour disaster. Let me think. You know what? That's probably a pretty obvious thing. It was like a series of disasters that all happened within 2 weeks of one another. It started in Germany. Our friend Tim from the band All or Nothing, the old bass player, was driving us on this tour. He didn't have a sat nav in the van, so we were trying to go by map. We got super fucking lost trying to get to the airport, and we missed our flights back. And so we had to pay like a couple $1,000s and wait a couple days and go back to London to get flights home. Then when we got home, that cut our new van budget like in half because we just lost all that money. So we went out to buy a new van before the Streetlight Manifesto tour. We finally found one that we liked that was in our price range. It took up almost all the money we had, but we bought it and we took it off the lot and it ran great for a day. And the next day, it just stopped working completely. The engine just died. And there's nothing we could do about it because it was a used van, so there was no warranty. So now we're down a couple grand because we missed the flights, and we're down a van, and we're already on tour. So we came home because we were still close enough to home to come home. We went and bought another van, like a total like piece of shit looking thing with the only little bit of money we had left. I'm talking like holes in the floor that rotted through that you could see the street from, but it ran great. And so we were like, okay, you know what? The engine works. That's all I care about. It doesn't have to look pretty. Let's just get this tour done. And we bolted the trailer into the bottom, and we left for tour again. And it was so rusty that the trailer ripped out the bottom of the van and like collided, just like smashed into the street and drug behind us. So now we were down several $1,000s and 2 vans. And we had to take out a giant loan, and we went and just bought a fucking brand new van and just try to wash our hands of the whole situation. So that all happened within like 2 weeks of one another. That was the biggest tour disaster.
We've had rougher tours where everything seemed to go wrong, and you just power through. Head down, power through. What do we always say? Head down.
Play the show
Power
good.
through.
Oh, okay.
Head down, power through.
Couple times we've got a really tight crew, you know, the guys that really like make it happen for us on stage, and on certain occasions certain members of our crew hadn't been there and we've had replacements, and it's not so easy when your team's not there. So yeah, we've definitely had a couple of those tours. Head down, power through. I now know the Good Charlotte saying.
Head down,
power through.
Yep.
Correct.